Thank you, Tom. Firstly, welcome to St Andrews. It's great to see everybody here today. Obviously, this is the day that we're pleased to welcome Wayne Rooney as the football club manager here at Birmingham City. Joining him will be Carl Robinson, Pete Shuttleworth, Ashley Cole and John O'Shea, and retaining the services of Mike Taylor, who completes the training team, and he'll be retained as the goalkeeping coach. You know, there's been a lot of speculation here. The attention and the media coverage has clearly been unprecedented compared to what we're used to here at St Andrews. And again, that's evidenced by how many people we have in the room. I've tried recently to address the many facets that incorporates change of management. However, I'm going to take this opportunity because it would be remiss of me not to thank John Eustace and his staff for their outstanding work, and to reiterate a quote from our chairman, Tom Wagner. Without John keeping the Blues in the championship last year, Knighthead would never have bought this football club. So again, let me take this opportunity to put on record that we wish John every success for the future. But of course today, like all football clubs, a new era has to begin. Today, Wayne Rooney introduced himself to the staff and all the players at the first team training ground. That's his first training session here at Birmingham. But I'll remind you, and I'll remind Wayne, his role here is to be a leader, to drive successful, ambitious, and winning mentality. He'll do that throughout the men's team, the first team, academy, and all those involved in the development teams. The support, though, from all of us here at this football club to make Wayne and his team a success will be made available at every single level. That, alongside Craig Gardner, will only bring further alignment to meet our ambitions. But we're rebuilding this football club from the ground up. Craig's work this summer during the transfer window and assembling a valuable and very exciting team of players is just proof of that. So today, another milestone on the journey for Birmingham City. And with that comes great expectation. Of course it does. The demands on Wayne and his team. I can assure you, though, that the demands on Wayne and his team are no different than the demands I place on every single member at this football club. Our owners and the board, including myself, have huge aspiration for this club. We also have huge aspiration for this city. We are Birmingham, and Wayne and his coaching team are an important part. And with that, I'd like to hand over to Tom to carry on the proceedings. But again, welcoming Wayne, and I'm sure you'll join me in doing the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Garry. Now I hand over to Rob Dorset and Sky Sports. Wayne, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Almost congratulations. Why Birmingham? I wonder whether Birmingham can match your ambitions, and actually equally, after hearing Garry speak as he did there, whether you can match theirs.
Yeah, I think for myself, firstly, to get back into English football is great. It's obviously what I've wanted to do, and to be honest, I've had opportunities over the last 4-6 weeks at other clubs as well to do that. But I think since speaking to Birmingham and seeing the ambitions of the club, where they want to go, where they want to get to, excited me. And I want to be successful. It's clear that the club want to be successful, and everything we spoke about really was was very similar. So it was a really easy decision once I'd spoke to them on coming into the club, and really I'm just really excited to get going. Happy to be back. A bit jet lagged still. I haven't been back for long. But just excited to get going, and really look forward to the first game, because we have got work to do, a lot of work. And my first training session today with the players, which it will be a bit different to what they've been used to, but it's an exciting time, and I'm delighted to be a part of that.
You say jet lag. The little bird told me you were at the training ground before 7 o'clock this morning. Is that right? That's
I couldn't sleep. That's why. No, yeah, of course, and I think it's important that, you know, as a manager, you set examples to the staff, and you want to be in, and you want to be there ready, and of course there's a lot of preparation as well to go into the job, which goes into the job. So it's that's part of the role, and that's something which I've always done is getting early and make sure all the preparations are right.
Garry specifically didn't mention the two words Premier League there, but he's given you a 3.5-year contract, which is a big show of faith for any manager. Let's be honest, it's pretty rare these days that managers get a contract of that length of time. So what is the goal? What's achievable for you in that 3.5 years, do you think?
Well, that's the goal for the club. For myself, is to get this club back to the Premier League. Of course it is, and as Garry said, I think there's a lot of work to be done throughout the football club. I really enjoy developing players, developing senior players, but more importantly, developing young players as well from the academy. And we've had 2 lads training with us today from the academy, and straight away wanted them up with training with us, because I want to see where they're at. I want to try and develop players as quick as I can. And but the Premier League is where we want to get to. It's an ambition of mine, it's an ambition of the clubs, and we're putting everything in place to make sure we do that in the near future.
I wonder what you've learned from your coaching role so far at Derby, which was a real baptism of fire, let's be honest, and then the experiences in the MLS as well. Unusually for you, you're taking over a team that's doing really well. They're 6th in the Championship. So does that make it easier? Does that make it more difficult? Does it give you more optimism?
Yeah, of course, it's more pressure as well, which I love. I love the fact that we're in a good position. I love the challenge. I love the pressure of it, and that's something I've dealt with since I was a young kid. It's coming through at 16 years of age, and so that's not new to me. What it might be new to is some of the players. So my job is to make sure I get them ready for that, and really get them ready to go out and be successful. So it's the position we're in. We've got tough games coming up, which I can't wait to go into, and really just get the team out on the pitch, on the training pitch, get them working on how I want them to play, but also get the mentality, the mindset right to really be consistent in this league. It's so important that you're consistent, so I'll do everything I can to make sure I do that.
Garry, if I could ask you a quick one, please. Your statements and the statements of the ownership here have made it very clear that you want Birmingham to be a commercial powerhouse. Do you feel that's the only way to compete and to move forward? You've got Wayne Rooney and Tom Brady in your stable now, 2 of the most influential and famous sports people in the world. As a result of that, can we expect the man sitting alongside you to be given some significant investment in January in particular to try and give that promotion push a boost?
Yeah, it's a good question, Rob. You know, ambition is always determined by how much you're willing to put on the table, right? Unfortunately, there are rules and regulations that prevent some of that, and you know, they're all well documented, aren't they? And every league in the world is confronting the same challenge. What I think we've done, though, is built an organisation that is prepared to support the manager. So, you know, be very, very astute in our recruitment process, but also at the same time ensure that we're building the infrastructure to support the team, the facilities to support the team, and as you've seen, the owners are investing millions in that area. When it comes to the players and the team, that's going to be clearly Wayne and Craig Gardner determining what that should look like. But as you know, Rob, better than anybody, you have to grow your revenues. That's a preemptive issue in football. If you don't grow revenues, then you're going to limit your capability to succeed.
Good man, thank you, Wayne. Last one from me. One of the most famous images that we have of you is as a teenager at Goodison Park with that T-shirt. You know which one I'm going to say now, don't you? Once a blue, always a blue. Kind of fits now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I always had this plan, so... no, of course, and obviously a different club, but... and throughout football, players move on, managers move on. That's a normal way of life in football, but... yeah, I can't wait to get started with Airs of Law with the Blues, and I'm ready, I'm committed, I'm ready to take this club forward, and excited by this challenge, and be back in English football and back with having the fans singing again at the stadium, which is something a bit different I haven't really experienced in the last 18 months, but no, just really happy, excited, and looking forward to taking this challenge on.
Thanks, both. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Type down to what you done.
First of all, a question for you, Gary. Obviously, in 2016, there was a manager who was doing well. New owners came in. They changed the manager to Zola. It was a big name, high profile like Wayne. It didn't work out very well. Have you learned from history? Is this going to be different? Because that's, I think, a big concern of the fans.
You know, Dan, one thing that we all do in football is we're very quick to look in the rearview mirror. And I think all that offers you is an insight into what has happened. I'd like to say, though, that I think the conditions here at Birmingham City at this time are very different to that point in time. And I can't comment on what happened years ago here. What I'm focused on with everybody is getting to look forward. And as we build our 3, 5, 7-year plans, it's not just about, with respect, just about the manager. It's about changing the landscape of Birmingham, creating a football club that's sustainable and successful. And again, if you look forward rather than look back, you'll have a better chance of aspiring to meet your ambition.
When you have experience of the Championship, obviously it was difficult with Derby. From your experience, where they are at the moment in 6th, is promotion this year realistic?
We'll push for it, of course. And yeah, I think the players we've the players we've brought in over the summer, it's an ambition of ours, of course. But as Garry said, there's a plan in place for us to reach the targets we've set ourselves to get to the Premier League. But certainly, it's a goal of ours. It's as I said before, it's a challenge, and it's something we'll certainly push for. Yeah.
How much you're looking forward to the match day experience? I mean, I'm not sure you would have had it as a manager at Derby because of COVID. You would have played here as a Manchester United player. How much you're looking forward to being here at St Andrews now that slowly but surely it's going to be soon back to capacity?
Yeah, no, delighted. Obviously, after having played here many times and seen how hostile the fans can be and how much they are behind the team, and to be on that side, and my job is to put a team out who the fans want to come see, they want to come watch, they want to come support, and know that the players are working and the players are playing for the club. That's something which I really drill into the players. Tactically, we can talk about different styles, different ways of playing, but ultimately, the players they have a responsibility to work. I've explained that to the players this morning, and really put the effort in, and then on top of that, I really believe how I want the team to play tactically will elevate the team.
What's your message to the fans?
Enjoy it. I think for me, it's an honour to come into this football club and try and elevate the team, and for the fans, enjoy it. Get behind the team because they can really make a difference. So get behind the lads, and the players will certainly be running and working for the football club.
Thank you. Good luck.
Garry, just one for me to start, please. You said there was a misalignment between John Eustace and the board. I just wondered if you could expand on what that was.
We started, obviously we turned up on the 13th of July. The first person you meet is the manager, and I want to make it very clear, John has ambition. That I don't want to make it sound as if John didn't have ambition. But as we went through a time period, we started to look at our own ambition and decide what we wanted to do. And then you go around the football club and ideate who's on board. You know, I think it's well documented. I have a very strong belief that as change happens, 30% of the audience is coming with you because they're dead excited and can't wait. 30% are not really loving it because it's a bit too much change. 30% are just okay with it, you know. So as we go through the organisation, we have to share the ambition, and that alignment means that perhaps our ambition was a little higher.
Thank you. Wade, welcome. I just wonder what the biggest lesson that you've learned in football management has been so far.
There's many lessons, and I think as a manager, as a coach, you're always learning and you're always developing, and you face different challenges. You know, I faced many different challenges at Derby County, which was tough, and actually not many managers actually go through that with the team and administration. Again, faced many different challenges at DC United as well, which was part of the reason I wanted to go over there, was to face these challenges and really develop myself and put myself in situations where you have to deal with things you maybe mightn't deal with. So there's many different things you learn, you keep developing and keep improving. So I probably couldn't single one out if that makes sense. But yeah, you're always, and sometimes challenges come up and things happen which you have no control over, but obviously as manager you have to deal with that in the best way you can, and so I'm sure I'll have many different challenges with players, with staff at the football club, and that's part of your role as manager, to make sure you deal with that the best way.
I hear you're a fan of Peaky Blinders, obviously synonymous with this football club.
I have to be now, don't I? No, of course, I've watched the TV show, and it's I think it's one of the best TV shows actually I've watched over the last 10 years. So it's to be joining, obviously, having one of the owners as well as part of Peaky Blinders. It's exciting, and actually he gave me one of the caps which I certainly weren't gonna wear to this press conference, but I'm sure I'll find time to put it on.
How's your accent coming on?
It's still Scouse, so well, mainly Scouse, but yeah, I'll see if it gets there.
And I just wonder if you've spoken to Tom Brady at all.
Yeah, I spoke to Tom. Yeah, I think it's great to have him at the football club, and he's very ambitious, the same way he was as a player. I think he's very ambitious to move this club forward as well, and it's great to have him here. And I think what's important for the players to see people like Tom Brady and having an involvement, because you'd be seeing at different football clubs, different, you know, athletes get involved in football clubs and not being involved at all. It's just the name is involved, but it's very clear that Tom Brady is fully involved in the club and, you know, developing the club also. So it's great to have him, and you know, for Birmingham to have Tom Brady on board, but also interested and invested in it, is a huge thing.